Happy Monday. Happy holiday. It's a holiday here. And I ain't mad about it. Well, I think it's a holiday everywhere. But I mean, it's a holiday as far as I ain't working. I had the option to. And I almost did. And then I thought, what the heck is wrong with me? Take a day off. So here I am. Hence the reason I'm a little late. Good morning, Bonnie. Hey, Connie. So I'm going to make some super, thank you, Cindy, some toast. Oh, where's my bread? Right here. I made 2 loaves of honey oat sourdough. Didn't rise so great. I got an okay rise, but then I beat it down for the second rise and didn't realize I wasn't supposed to. So, but it's still really fluffy and delicious and good. And I'm going to have a super swig with it. And I was just like, wait, I thought you were having toast. Why is there spinach on your counter? Because I also want to get my veg in this morning because y'all, you need your veggies. You need the fiber. They help hold you over longer when you have veggies with your meals. And I think sometimes it's super easy to go without veggies in our breakfast. But it's if you can find a way to squeeze veggies, and you absolutely can. If you can find a way to squeeze veggies into your brekkies, then do it. Because it's good for you. All right, so the Super Swig is in Trim Healthy Future, and I'm gonna do it a little different. Of course I am. Why would I follow the recipe? That's awesome, Melissa. That's a great way to get in your veggies. I've got some kefir here I need to use up. Hey, Tracy. It calls for 2 cups of water. I'm doing a cup of water and a cup of kefir, my homemade kefir. I need to strain out. I've got another batch of kefir up here ready to go. My first ferment's all done. I got some second fermented that I'm making cheese out of. Veggie, I can't read it. Veggie break a dynamite. I can't figure it out, Bonnie. Yes, I've chosen to get drowsy instead. Hey, it's a day off. I've chosen to take a nap at some point today, and I'm making sure of it with kefir. Kefir is a great way to help you sleep if you struggle with sleep. If I drink it in the morning, it does not make me drowsy during the day. But if you drink it before bed, it can help you sleep. And it does help me sleep when I drink it before bed. I don't always do it, but I do it most nights. All right. Some breakfast in there. You get your veg. I never in my life would have thought a container this big would be 2 servings. I've gone down a very bizarre path. I got spinach all over the floor. This calls for some strawberries. Well, I have a bag of frozen raspberries that is needing to get used up. I'm just going to use the rest of them. I'm having coffee too. All the liquids. Raspberries all over the floor. All right, and I am using monk fruit. It calls for super sweet. Yes, Tracy, that's the way you get in your veggies, girl. Is the second ferment kefir an S, or does it depend on how much you use? So it doesn't depend on how much or how fermented. That doesn't determine the fuel. Well, it does, but it's which milk you use. So if you use a whole milk, your double fermented kefir will be an S, because the fermentation process does not eat up the fat. It eats up the lactose. So it eats up the sugar, but it doesn't eat up the fat. So if you use whole milk, the fat will still be there and you'll have an S. If you use skim milk, which is what I use, it eats up the lactose, but I'm left with a fuel pull product. That is how I have my kefir. I always make it fuel pull so I can have it with any meal. This calls for a fair amount of super sweet. I'm going to use monk fruit. I'm going to use 3 tablespoons, and I may need to up it a little more. I don't know, Rita. I'm totally winging it with monk fruit. I'm not eliminating stevia. I'm just trying to lessen it a little. I've already got it in my coffee. Where's the cover? To see if it will help my skin at all. So I'm just lightening it up a little bit. We'll see. I may need more because I know monk fruit's not very sweet compared to stevia. Which one is the juice? I think it's this one. Okay. For my toast, I'm gonna have some peanut butter. I'm gonna make up a batch of Coach Canada's PB. Yes, you should, Molly. Add some veggie with that, girl. Ooh, it's a pretty color. I took the time yesterday to plan for my week. I had a plan. I knew exactly what I was going to make. And my meal prep yesterday, besides the fact, so I'll wait till the blender shuts her face. She's a little noisy this morning. Okay, thank you, Brenda. I planned ahead for what I was going to meal prep this week, what I was going to eat, and I wanted to get a fair amount of ease in this week because I have been overdoing the S's. I am here to admit I have been overdoing the S's significantly, and the scale is paying for it, or I'm paying for it. The scale be showing it, okay? I ate cheesecake every day last week, and the scale has gone, oh, I'll show you. I dare say I only ate maybe 1 E last week. Listen, just because I stay on plan 100% of the time does not mean I'm good at it all the time. Just so you know. Being a coach don't mean you're perfect. FYI. All right. Bonnie, go get your earbuds. Tell your family to zip it and watch KJ. Family. Badger, Joel, Lucy, sit your butts down so your mother can hear KJ. So I was not great last week at getting my veggies in. I had chili for lunch every single day. Would be fantastic, except KJ put a whole bunch of cheese and sour cream on it every day and ate it with a low carb tortilla, and she ate way too much of it because it was so stinking good. And when you're as good of a cook as I am, it is difficult to say no to your own chili. My chili is bomb, okay? And next time I make it, I need to make half of it because I ate it every single day, sometimes twice. And chili is fine, except when you put a big old gob of sour cream and a big old gob of cheese and you eat it with a low carb tortilla. I ate it and then followed it up for snack in the afternoon with a big old fat piece of cheesecake every day. And I woke up this morning, got on the scale and was like, Lord have mercy. Lord, forgive the sins of your child, the THMer. She needs to watch it. She needs to slow her roll. So yesterday I got up and did my meal prep. It's my recipe, Connie. It's on my website. It's called Spicy Dark Chocolate Chili. Oh, it's good. Half a cup of nut milk. Need some nut milk over here. So I got up, I made nut milk. I made a whole big batch of quinoa. I made 2 loaves of sourdough bread. I made a pot of wipe your mouth barbecue. I made a whole bag of tricolor potatoes that are steamed and ready to eat in many different ways. I made Gluckie pudding for my dessert this week. For my afternoon snack, I made Snickers Gluckie pudding. I cut up and prepped all my veggies. They're ready to go. My berries are all ready to go. So I am good to go for the week. With lots of healthy ease. I keep looking over here at the recipe and it's up there. Gentle sweet. Yes, I don't have a ton of specifically dairy-free recipes, but any recipes that I have are on my website, Kim. 2 tablespoons of the gentle. The difference between Patreon and what I do here, I'm just cooking my breakfast. I'm not necessarily trying to teach or coach much. I'm just cooking breakfast and chatting with y'all. Patreon is teaching, mindset teaching. It's coaching. Where's my collagen? So that's oat fiber. Collagen's up here. Patreon is a 5 to 7. Every now and then I throw in a 12-minute video for you. A little added bonus. It's daily mindset, and there is some teaching and superfood teaching and stuff like that, but it's daily mindset coaching to keep you on track, to keep you focused on your journey. It's really good. I do say so myself. It's really good. My own videos. I'm over here complimenting myself today. My goodness. Okay, it'll be awesome. You'll like it, Rashonda. It's good. I'm prepping I need to go dairy free. You don't need to go dairy free. Try going dairy light, unless it's like an allergy. Try going dairy light. Try cutting back on heavy cream. Try cutting back on cheese. Listen, I'll show you my coffee mix in a minute. I told you, I'm admitting my THM sins this morning. My coffee, I have gotten into the bad habit of, okay, so I get up at 4:30 most mornings. Not today because it's a holiday and I need some sleep. Most mornings I get up between 4:30 and 5. I come out here, I sit, I record videos for Patreon, I do coaching stuff early in the morning. And I have a cup of coffee while I do that. And then, after I have my cup of coffee, I do my devotions and everything. Hi, Halen! I have my cup of coffee with a little bit too much of this precious commodity right here. This stuff right here and me have become besties. The other day, I pulled out a carton and was like, what? My light just shut off. I think my battery just died in my light, or it went to sleep. It's basically telling me to shut up. My light just shut right off. Every morning while I'm teaching, or while I'm working and filming and all that stuff, I'm going with heavy cream, okay? Or light cream, I mean. When I pulled it out the other day, I was like, wait a minute. I just bought this carton on Saturday. Why is it empty? And then I said, I know why it's empty. Lord have mercy. I've been drinking way too much cream in my coffee. How much? A quarter of a tablespoon. That's a teaspoon. Or, well, no, it's a little less than a teaspoon. Vanilla. I'm looking at my recipe. Butter. Vanilla. So anyway, it has come to my attention that I may be overdoing heavy cream in my coffee. So instead of having a cup of coffee first thing in the morning, I'm going to have coffee. But before I have a cup of coffee, I'm going to drink my bottle of water. And I'm almost done. So I'm gonna start my day out with this. There, bottle of water, down. And then I will treat myself to my coffee, but I'm going to have a trimmy. I am not going to put half and half at all in my coffee. I'm going to have trimmies. All right, slap together this peanut butter. I'm putting myself on time out with the heavy cream, with the creamer and the cheese and all that nonsense. Dialing it back. And no, I ain't doing it with black coffee. I like myself too much. Oh, it's trimmy. I was trying to... No. Karen, no. No. Thanks for your offer, but no thanks. I'm not drinking black coffee. Listen, there are some things in this life that are sacred, all right? Coffee is one of them. Creamy coffee is one of them. I tried it. I didn't mind it. I had black coffee a few days in a row, and then all of a sudden, I'm telling you, the Lord spoke to me from a burning bush in my front yard and said, "Thou shalt not eat cream, drink. Thou shalt not drink coffee without cream. It is against the sacred law." And then I looked it up, and it was right there in Hezekiah telling me I had to drink creamy coffee. All right. Thank you, Rita. Thanks for having my back, girl. All right, let's make some toast, shall we? No, it doesn't. Not if you have trimmies. I gotta cut my bread. This is so yummy. This is Glenda's honey oat sourdough. Next time, I'm gonna get a better rise because I'm learning, and now I know what I need to do next time. Where's my bread knife? It's already out. My phone is going to sleep. There we go. All right. I got a pretty good crumb out of it. Doesn't it look good? It looks pretty good. It's really flavorful, Sarah. You'll like it. It's got a beautiful flavor. So what I did was, I guess I don't need a second bag now. It fits. I made my dough and then I put it in a bowl to rise. And then my light keeps shutting off. My battery must be dying. All right, you're gonna have to watch me in the dark. It's too dark. It's all right. It's gonna have to be okay because my light is dead. I put my dough in my bowl to rise, and then when I took it out, I cut it in half and shaped it and put it in my bread pans to let it do its second rise. But when I shaped it, I wasn't very gentle with it, and I kind of deflated it, I'm thinking yeast bread, and it's going to rise in half. Double rise a second time, and it didn't. Only a little. So next time, I'm going to put my dough to rise, the first rise, right in my bread pans, and let it go. Molly, I did. I cut the recipe in half. I got 2 loaves instead of 5. I broke my toast. Alright, just a little cooking spray. Pour out my super swig over here, make myself a cup of coffee. I'm gonna do, let's see. I think I'll do caramel vanilla cream K-cup. Sounds good to me. Whoop, there goes no K-cup across the board. It's alright, those black coffee grounds blend right in with my black ground over here. It's alright. It's fine, it's all fine. Thanks, Faith. I love heavy cream as well, but I feel like I've been overdoing it. I found the oat milk creamer that's on plan. That's not bad. I tried the Silk half and half. That was pretty good. I didn't, when I was trying to do a little dairy light. Don't you be smoking. It's toast. You don't need to smoke. I'm just grilling my bread instead of toasting it in the toaster because that's what I want to do. And it's my breakfast, so there. I'm gonna have a little fruity fruit. It's gonna be a big old breakfast. I got my berries all prepped for the week. I'm just gonna have a little because I already got fruit in my Super Swig. I've already got carbs in my toast, so I don't need a ton. But I'm gonna have a couple little pieces of pineapple. Look at that, nice grilled toast. Yum. Looks good. Why does my sound keep going down? It's probably picking up background noise. I don't know. It's probably picking up the background. Don't you, Faith? I love grilled toast peanut butter. It's so good. My mom used to get homemade white bread. We'd buy homemade white bread from somewhere like the Amish store or like just the bakery or whatever. And she'd butter it really good and grill it off. Oh my gosh. So good. Look at that. That is the hideous raspberries right there. Super Swig is usually a beautiful color green. But apparently when you add kefir and raspberries instead of strawberries, you get sludge. I'm going to want a straw that I do not have to clean. I'm going to use a good old McDonald's straw right there. That's exactly what it is too. It's yummy. That sweetener was just the right amount. All right, you guys, I shared this out on my page yesterday. Oh, I gotta get my peanut butter on my toast while it's still warm. Because you can have 3 tablespoons in a serving with an E of Coach Canada's, so that's nowhere near 3 tablespoons. Probably got a total of a tablespoon on there. All right. There, that's my bread, my little itty bitty pile of fruit. It's plenty. This is a Super Swig, Faith, but I did it with raspberries and I did a cup of kefir. So I shared this recipe yesterday out on my page. And I'm just here to tell you, it's amazeballs. So I have a mild amount of protein in my peanut butter. I have some, oh crud. I was gonna put protein in my drink, Faith, and I forgot. But I've got protein in my Trimmy. I've got a little protein in my peanut butter. I've got a little protein in here with my kefir. When it all adds up, I've got plenty. This is my Trimmy mix that I made. This is 100% done. If you like your coffee sweet, it's already sweetened. If you can sweeten it more when you make the mix. If you don't like your coffee sweet, you don't have to put it in there, but this is 100% done. This little scoop is 1.5 tablespoons, or I could have just measured it out. It's all in all. There's vanilla in there, there's butter in there, there's MCT oil in there. It's all completely made so that I don't have to get out any ingredients. I just have to put a scoop in my coffee and zing it up. And that's it. And it is delicious. I gotta be honest, I'm wicked proud of this because it Oops, I had 2 of them yesterday. It is creamy. It is flavorful. It is one and done. I don't have to do anything but mix it up, froth it up. You could use a blender if you wanted. I don't have to get out my liquid vanilla. I don't have to add any nut milk. I don't have to add any coconut oil or MCT oil. It's 100% done for me. And it stays. I tested it before I put out the recipe. It stays incorporated. It doesn't separate at all. Fantastic. All of the links for where I got my ingredients are in the YouTube video. So in the YouTube video, there's links for the vanilla powder I used, which is optional. There's butter powder out there. You want to pay attention if you're not ordering from my links and you're buying just butter powder and MCT powder. You want to pay attention to the ingredients, that you're getting one that is just medium chain triglycerides, and it doesn't have maltodextrin and all that other stuff in it, because some of those companies are sneaky and they'll put sweeteners in there and everything else that you don't need. So MCT powder, butter powder, there's protein. It's one and done. I don't have to do anything. And it's good. So I get a lot of liquid. I just drank that big cup of water. I got my super swig, I got my coffee, and I got my peanut butter toast, and I'm gonna go sit down and I'm gonna watch an episode of something before my family gets up. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me this morning for toast. It's always fun. Oh, sourdough was good. You could, Rita, if you wanted to use vanilla bean whey protein instead of plain whey, you could. Remember, it's got sweetener in it, so you're gonna want to lessen your sweetener, or maybe that's how sweet you want it. I have a teaspoon of stevia in that whole mix, and that will make, I said 30, but I got redoing the math last night. I think it's more like 27. If you put a tablespoon in, you'll get 30. Yeah. So, but you absolutely could use vanilla bean whey protein instead. You can leave the sweetener completely out. If you want to do just butter, you can do double the butter powder and get rid of the MCT powder. If you wanted to do MCT only and no butter, you could do all MCT powder and no butter powder. There's ways to mix it up, but it's all, I love it. I don't have to, oh, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Look, it's perfect. It's perfect. And that is just as creamy tasting as my coffee when I put half and half in it. I know I'm off. I gotta get this stuff in the fridge. That is 100% just as creamy as when I am putting half and half in my coffee. The flavor of that MCT powder makes it really creamy. So, okay, you guys, I'm off. I'm gonna go eat. And then I'm gonna work on some coaching stuff, because starting next Tuesday in my coaching group, it is Mindset March, and we're gonna talk all about our mindsets around all different things. And I have a lot of work to prepare for that. So I'm really excited. So, okay, you guys, I love you all. Have a blessed day, and I will see you back tomorrow morning.